Welcome to Share the Spirit Foundation and our story. My name is Karen Vopel, and I am the co-founder of Share the Spirit along with my sister-in-law, Tanya Vopel. Together with the help of family, friends, and people we have yet to meet, we began our journey to improve the lives of others who could use a helping hand, and we invite you to join us. It all began in 2002 when Tanya and I walked 60 miles for breast cancer and raised over $5,000. This extraordinary experience made us ask questions like, what next? And how can we put all our efforts into helping those in need on a more local and personal level? As we answered those questions, our not-for-profit organization began to formulate, and we named it Share the Spirit Foundation to reflect a simple motto, helping to share the burden of providing for those in need. Share the Spirit builds on our intention to give with a sense of immediacy. After all, those in need simply cannot wait. We pride ourselves in working hand in hand with volunteers, communities, and our donors to assist those in a dignified manner. And we remind ourselves through physical challenges to honor those enduring their own personal hardships. As a matter of fact, our first physical challenge in the fall of 2003 inadvertently set us on our continued path. After hiking the grueling 17 miles to the floor of the Grand Canyon and back in one day, we thought it would be a perfect fit, so to speak, to give shoes to children. So in the following months and into 2004, we collected close to $5,500 and launched our first shoe drive events in our home states of Illinois, where Tanya lives, and in Colorado, where I live. The Panhandle School District in Illinois and the DECA organization in Colorado were our first recipients, and the kids we met who needed a helping hand gave us the motivation to raise more money, engage more volunteers, and rally around people in need. In 2005, we partnered with Major Jerome Clark, who was serving our country with the United States Army stationed in Iraq. We collected both gently used and new shoes, then shipped them to Major Clark, who coordinated the distribution to the children of Iraq. Share the Spirit was honored to receive an American flag from the battalion serving our country overseas. When Hurricane Katrina hit New Orleans in 2006, Share the Spirit went into action as swiftly as possible. We connected with New Orleans pastor Steve Merriweather and put together a plan to assist and give on a personal and local level. We were touched by the good-heartedness of people who set aside their own needs, including renovating their own homes to cook, clean, and restore other people's homes and spirits. We were humbled to help these generous people by supplying kitchen appliances, cleaning supplies, and food. Most importantly, we listened to their stories. We sat around the table of our host, Mary Kennedy, with her friends, as each shared their story of how the hurricane changed their lives. We saw firsthand their family and community pride and felt so privileged knowing we were being nourished by those who were themselves in dire need of help. We just couldn't seem to get New Orleans off of our minds, and in 2007 invited friends and family to paint, build, clean, and repair the home of Sylvia Harbin. Even though her home was demolished, she continued to give to the church and cook meals for the community every day. As we walked her damaged neighborhood, we introduced ourselves to a family of 3 kids under the age of 5 with their 2 dogs who were living in a very small FEMA trailer while rebuilding. To our surprise, that family hosted the entire Share the Spirit work crew, plus the whole neighborhood for a food fest at their gutted home. On one of the open beams in their home, we looked up to see a Share the Spirit banner made by Sylvia and Mary. Talk about bringing tears to our eyes. They were giving to us the whole time we were trying to give to them. In 2008, our focus returned to distributing shoes. Ever heard of Welch, West Virginia? It's the second poorest county in the country. There we partnered with a local department store to distribute over 500 pairs of shoes, socks, and book bags to needy kids in the area. The excitement on these kids' faces as they walked out of the store with their new shoes was priceless. And the exhilaration from this experience and pride lingered as we walked the Freedom Trail in Boston for our physical challenge to honor those in need. Since 2009, we have held more than a dozen shoe drives for less fortunate children and families in Illinois, Colorado, and South Dakota. School districts have chipped in with transportation, staff support, and the help of numerous volunteers. Retail shoe stores have allowed Share the Spirit to distribute literally thousands of new socks and shoes to kids in need. During the holidays, families in desperate situations were assisted as we personally shopped and delivered much-needed products, food items, and gifts. In Colorado, over 30 homes were winterized, and a shoe drive was held in one of the poorest counties in Colorado with the assistance of La Puente House and 22 AmeriCorps volunteers in Alamosa. We continue to keep our promise to honor those in need by challenging ourselves with physical activities. Over the years, we have embarked on several hikes in Colorado, endured the rain and fatigue of a 3-day pack trip in the Rockies, walked a trail in the White Tank Mountains in Arizona with family and friends, and honored our own personal hero as we climbed the West Peak in the Spanish Mountains in Colorado. As our outreach progresses, we have been challenged to raise money for shoes and to provide the support those less fortunate require. So we have endeavored to hold unique fundraisers such as Cajun parties, Italian cooking parties, envelope parties, and just plain sending letters out for help. Other successful fundraisers included a chicken wing cook-off in North Platte, Nebraska, a benefit fashion show and silent auction in Springfield, Illinois, a Mother's Day dessert tasting and photo contest in Colorado, and many others. Over the years, we have developed a special connection with Mario Rizzotti, Italian culinary specialist for Accademia Barilla and Iron Chef America celebrity judge. With Mario's help, we have expanded our fundraising efforts to include tastings and marketing specialty food products. In fact, with Mario's support, Share the Spirit raised over $22,000 at a single tasting event in Lamar, Colorado. And through all of this, we continue to focus on creating a personal connection with those in need. We make sure 100% of your dollar goes to the people who need it most, and we take nothing for administrative costs or travel. As you hear the story of Share the Spirit Foundation, it is not hard to witness the real beauty of being a small organization. We can call a meeting in minutes and make decisions on the fly. If we have the money, we can make it happen quickly and efficiently. Share the Spirit envisions reaching out to your community, keeping your donations on a local level, and expanding to various places throughout the nation. We have a plan to continue our shoe drives, and if time, money, and volunteers are available, assisting in every state, giving on a personal level, and establishing community pride in helping those in need. We have a pressing desire to pass the torch, and so we are educating our younger generation to keep the spirit alive as we instill in them compassion for people less fortunate by encouraging them to volunteer at shoe drives, fundraisers, and other events. As you look at all the faces in our story, you can see hope in the American spirit, hope that shines and prospers. With each of us sharing just a small portion of the burden, it somehow seems a little lighter for everyone. Thank you for taking the time to listen. We hope you will help us share the burden by making a donation or volunteering. We've created the path. Now, let's walk it together. Please go to sharethespirit.info and help us keep the spirit alive. Thank you.